I remember as I was taking a bath, out of nowhere, my babysitter ends up walking in and saying, Bubba, can I join you? And the craziest part was that she was already in a towel ready to get in. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to a super embarrassing but crazy story. Now, today's story all takes place back when I was in high school, and this was my grade 9 year. Now, in grade 9, I was just an ordinary guy, to be honest, and no, I wasn't big of a player just yet. Yes, I had experience of doing the Devil's Tango, but it was never my main goal to pull girls because I was so focused on just myself and I. But going on with the story, I remember one day in my grade 9 year, I was heading home from school, and right as I got home, I remember I ended up seeing my parents sitting in the living room looking at me saying, Bubba, you're finally back. We need to talk to you. Why, Mom? What's going on? And then my dad ends up saying, well, Bubba, you see, me and your mom, we're leaving and we're going to be going away for just a weekend, but we're going to be giving you a babysitter, okay? What? A babysitter? Mom, Dad, I'm in grade 9. I don't need a babysitter. That's so dumb. No, Bubba, you need a babysitter because you need to catch up on your schoolwork, and we know if we leave you alone, you'll just play video games in the house all day. I remember I got super annoyed when my parents told me that, but in a way, they weren't wrong. And right as I went upstairs to my room, I ended up hearing a knock on the door. I remember I ran downstairs and opened the door wide open, and I saw it was the girl that was supposed to take care of me. Except this babysitter did not look like any ordinary babysitter, because I remember she had the biggest rack I've ever seen, like insanely big cherries. And not only that, her peach was bigger than Mount Everest. I remember she looked over at me and said, oh, you must be the guy I'm taking care of. Hi, nice to meet you. Hey, how's it going? And I remember even when my dad came to the front door, he was even shocked by what my mom ended up getting online to take care of me. But anyways, my parents ended up kissing me goodbye, and they ended up getting inside their van and leaving. And right at that moment, I ended up just staring at my babysitter in absolute awe. Like, no joke, she looked like she could literally be a supermodel. It was so random how she was just taking care of me. And that's when I asked her, wait, so I have a question. Do you like babysit like full time? Oh, no, I actually like do like other stuff, but I don't want to talk about it. Okay, no, that's cool. I get it. And then I remember I ended up going upstairs to my room playing video games, and she ended up just hanging out in the living room and kind of just started walking around the house. I remember a couple hours went by, and she ended up coming upstairs to my room, and she ended up giving me a grilled cheese sandwich. And honestly, I was in absolute shock when she gave me it, because most babysitters, they would even forget to feed me, but the fact that she did honestly blew my mind. I remember after handing me the grilled cheese, she ended up looking at me and asked me a question, and she said, Bubba, I was just wondering, do you guys have a bathroom here? I mean, it's a house, so I hope there's a bathroom here. Oh, I meant like, can you show me where it is? I remember I showed her where the bathroom was, and then she saw I had a massive bathtub, because back when my old house, when I used to live with my parents, we had a bathroom that was pretty big, and there was a giant bathtub and a stand-up shower right beside it. So I remember when she walked into the bathroom and saw the bathtub, she looked at me and said, oh, wow, you have a really nice bathtub. Yeah, I guess I do. I don't really know. We don't really use it that much. Really? But like there's jets and everything in it. Oh my goodness, you should take a bath. Wait, what? You want me to take a bath? Why? Do I smell? No, I'm just saying like it's good to take a bath like every once in a while. It's good relaxation from all the stress from those video games you get. I remember I was really just in shock because how did she know I get stressed from video games? Like you guys do understand, every time I play a video game, no joke, I end up getting really stressed out because I'm a really competitive person. If you guys ever watch me play video games, sometimes I go live, by the way, on Twitch, and no joke, the amount of rage I get is insane. But going on with the story, I remember I ended up telling her, yeah, I mean, you're right, I do get stressed out. Maybe I could take a bath. That's not a bad idea. Okay, perfect. You go in your room and get ready and to take a bath, and me, I'm gonna go prepare some things. Okay. I remember I ended up leaving the bathroom, and I remember hearing her turn on the bathtub and let the water run. And as I was in my room, I was thinking to myself, why would this babysitter want me to take a bath? It makes no sense. Like, why didn't she just go in the bathtub herself if she liked it so much? But then let's just say afterwards, the most insane thing ended up happening, because I remember right as I ended up getting my towel and I put it on me while wearing absolutely nothing, I saw her and she said, okay, well, I'm gonna leave you alone for a bit. Enjoy the bath I drew for you. And she left the bathroom. At that moment, I just hopped in there, not wearing anything, absolutely vibing. I even got my phone and started playing Angry Birds as I was in the bath, and I was living like a king. Honestly, at that moment, I realized I actually really like baths, but over time, I actually changed my opinion on that because, well, let's be honest, if you guys take baths, do you guys actually enjoy soaking in your own filth? Like, isn't that kind of disgusting? Anyways, at that moment, I was enjoying the bath that she drew. And no joke, as I was just laying down sitting, I ended up hearing a knock on the door. I ended up yelling, "Oh, I'm not done yet." "Oh, that's okay, Bubba. I wasn't expecting you to be done." And she walks into the bathroom and my eyes absolutely opened wide, because when I looked at her walking into my bathroom while I'm in the bathtub still not wearing nothing, she looks at me and I saw that she was in only a towel, and she said, "Here, step aside. There's room for both of us. You want to take a bath with me?" is what I told her. And this girl, she ended up just taking off her towel and her cherries and everything were out. And she ended up just sitting right beside me in the bathtub. At that moment, I didn't know what to do, what to say. And I'm just sitting there super awkwardly, just in shock. And I remember trying my best not to look at her too much, because I knew, knowing me and how active I am in the Devil's Tango, 100%, if I looked at her even a glimpse more, I would get bricked. I remember I'm just looking towards the wall and she's just enjoying the bath, and she looks at me and says, "Bubba, is there something wrong? Is there something on my face you're not looking at me for?" And that's when I looked at her, and that's when I got bricked. No joke, I got so bricked to the point where she noticed that something was growing in the bathtub, and she looks at me and says, "Oh, okay, well, this is awkward. I didn't think you hit puberty that fast." Bro, what was this girl saying? No joke, I honestly got super embarrassed, and it got to the point where I didn't want to be in there anymore. You guys probably thought I ended up doing the Devil's Tango with her, but I honestly didn't. I was so embarrassed to the point where I got out of the bathtub with my bricked eggplant, and I literally put on a towel and I went straight to my room, dried off as fast as I could because I had carpet floors. I did not want to get soaking wet, and I just laid in bed. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I ended up beating the eggplant, but I had to just to get rid of it. I remember like half an hour later though, I ended up hearing a knock on my door, and it was the babysitter, and she was like talking through the door saying, "Bubba, I understand if you're embarrassed and you don't want to talk about it, but like, do you need any help?" Any help? In my mind, I didn't know what to do, so I ended up just locking my door and I just went to bed. Until the next morning, honestly, me and her, we ended up not talking for the next 2 days while she was at my place, and I just tried any way to avoid her. I gotta say, I'm not proud of that day whatsoever, but at the same time, like, what would you guys do? And if you guys would do the Devil's Tango, then fall for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.